My hair is so dry. Do you hear that? A little grease has never hurt anybody. I am trying life today. Hello, hello, hello. Miss Anna, if you've run across this live and I'm not on here, wishing you well wishes, sending all of my love. Know you're my favorite gal. And I'm always going to be concerned about you. Hello, 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 you guys. So listen, I will be switching up my content. Hopefully you guys, I don't know, we all like different things, or we're interested in different things, but I'm definitely switching up my content. I'm always going to do Atlanta Street interviews, but I want to start varying from that. I kind of gave myself a channel reset, and then I went and got back in the same groove. So it's either now or never. You guys, if you ever want to do a channel reset, all you got to do is erase some of your past videos. I erased hundreds. But there I go, doing content on the same thing and put myself on the same algorithm track. Child, it's a never-ending story. Darned if I do, darned if I don't. What are we all up to today? I went to the dentist this morning. That was the highlight of my day. I won't be on here long. I'm just trying to see if Miss Anna comes on. I definitely will not be on here long. Yeah, so I had me my little 7:30 dentist appointment. Got that done. Very glad I got that done. I've had so much dental work done where I have to go get cleanings. There's no way you could clean around this amount of dental work. So you know, I believe you are beautiful, and when you let your hair down like that, well, never mind. What? When I let my hair down, you're like, never mind? Is that what you said? Oh my gosh, it was that horrible? Actually, I need some grease or some hair product in my hair. But it's just so hot. I don't want to put that in there. It's going to make me sweat more. I don't like to sweat. I'm already going to sweat, you know, so it's kind of like, I don't know. I'm already having to wash my hair like every single day, and that's like a no-go. Black hair, you do not wash black hair every single day. I don't even believe in washing black hair that's of a softer texture every day. It just should not be done. For one, our scalp doesn't produce that much oil. Why would we want to wash it out? You know what I'm saying? So it's kind of like, But I also cannot go to bed sweaty. That's why my hair looks like this, because I have to wash it every day. I cannot go to bed with my hair that I have sweated, you know, all throughout the day and then lay that on my pillow. No. No, you're more beautiful to wear it down. Sorry, it didn't make sense. No, listen, that's why you will very seldomly see me done up on here. Everybody's like, Granny, why don't you dress? They're like, Granny, why don't you dress that? Okay, Granny, Why don't you dress up more? Granny, why don't you do your hair more? Because Granny has to wash her hair every single day. If I were to let this hair down right now, I'm gonna start sweating so profusely. It's just not even. It ain't worth it. I don't know. I don't understand all the hype in having hair. I don't know. It's not like the most comfortable thing for me. I'm just saying. Having hair is more of like a. I live in a snowy state. It gets cold. We have, seasons where the season, the temperatures change. But I'm not there, so yeah, I don't know. Very seldomly will you see my hair down. You'll see me with 2 braids, 2 ponytails, and if I do have my hair down on the live, it will last all of maybe 5 minutes, if that. You're lucky if we make it to the 5-minute mark. I just cut a bunch of my hair off, and I do periodically, because you guys don't know, but I'm getting ready to cut my hair off. I keep saying it, and I had to catch myself the other day. I went and got the scissors, laid them out. I'm like, just think about it first. Think about what type of haircut you want to give yourself. And I already know what type of haircut I want to give myself. And I'm like, I put the scissors down. I'm like, just go think about it. Thank God I got tired that day, because I would have definitely cut it all off. What are those yellow things? These yellow things? The gold things? Is that what you're referring to? The gold things? Is that what you're speaking of? You guys, then I took off my toenail polish. I'm trying to let my toenails breathe. And it's so odd for me not to see my toenails with polish. That just irritates me. But what are we speaking of? These gold things? They still gonna call the law on you, Gigi, because you still be slaying. Child, JC, I be looking like trailer trash lightweight on here. My daughter told me the other day, she meant this. She said, Mom, if I go on live and see you looking like that anymore, she said, that don't even make no sense. You're supposed to be on there to impress. I said, no ma'am, no I'm not. Impressing is what a young person does. I ain't got to impress nobody. Oh no, Jasmine, don't mind him. He's not being like cruel or anything like that. Men just like when we have our hair down, but I'm like, no. Hey, Paul. JC, my daughter told me the other day, she's like, Mom, I'm going to put you a wardrobe together. So when you do, I actually have clothes just for YouTube. She's like, yeah. I'm going to put you, she's like, how often are you going to make videos, Mom? She's like, I'm going to put you like a little 7-day hoorah together. I'm like, ma'am, don't you even bother. I can put my own hoorah together. Go on ahead home. Don't dig in my closet because you're going to make it look like trash. It's not going to look the way it did before you got in there. Don't go in my closet touching stuff. Hey, Paul, I'm doing all right. I went to the dentist this morning. I got that out the way. I'm very, very, very glad I got that out the way. A little 7:30. Way too early appointment, but we got it done. So we're calling that a win. I'm over here thinking about my little vacation, mini vacay I'm going to go on this week. I was supposed to go on one Sunday. I went on several little mini vacays throughout the week, but when I don't get to go to one, it kind of upsets me a little bit. I had to get up at 4 o'clock in the morning to go there. I was prepared. I had my bags packed. I did a live that night, and right after I got off live, somebody called me and was like, hey, I need to ride to work. I don't want to get fired. So me being the person I am, I'm like, I want to say no, but I'm not going to say no because I know it's important. It's a young adult I mentor in my community. Just one of them. And I helped him get a car a while back, and it wasn't maintained, so now we have A, B, C, D, E, F, G going on with it. And they're a good kid. They are a good kid, good young adult. I take that back. Good young adult. And I fixed on the car a couple times. not myself, but send it off to the shop or whatever. But sometimes I can, sometimes I can't. You know what I mean? You're not the only one I'm helping. So with that being said, I want to make sure that young adult made it to work. I did not want them to lose their job or anything. You know, I know they're really trying to better themselves. So I took one for the team. I didn't go to my adventure, but I was so ready to snorkel, y'all. You're laying on the bed. That's why I put me a day bed in the living room, the YouTube living room. I put a day bed in here so I could lay on here. You know, just I don't like to lay on my furniture. So that way I could lay on here, lounge, relax. If I fall asleep, it's okay. And I didn't want to just get any old type of day bed, but I did want something with shelving and stuff like this. This ain't like the final decor that's going to be on there, but it's just what's on there for now. But yeah, I need to lay down sometimes too. So day bed it was. Day bed was an automatic choice. I need to get a recliner. I ordered a recliner. When they brought the recliner, it didn't match the furniture. Like, it, you know, I don't know what recliner we were both looking at. So now I'm down a recliner. And I'm kind of like, do I even want a recliner? I don't know. I don't know. Hey, hon, how are you? So what are we doing today? Are we going to work? I got to work. I got to do it 1 to 9:30. I was supposed to do it 8 to 8. Thank God I had that doctor appointment. That dentist appointment. I still could have made it to work. No, I could not. No, I could not. Getting off an hour and a half later. What's the difference? Did I want to work 8 to 8 or did I want to work a 1 to 9? Just saying, that's a no-brainer. Good morning, gorgeous. Oh, you just got off work? Oh my God, let's trade places. Let's trade places. But you know what? I work so many hours a day. I work so many hours a day where sometimes I can get away with working 4 hour, you know what? 4 hour weeks, hold on. 4 day weeks or 3 day weeks. I couldn't get that out if I had to. Did you see that? I hate when they try to stretch it out. I'd rather do 4 days. If you want to run up the hours, we can do it in 3 days. But sometimes they got to stretch it out because I'm the senior assistant manager. And basically, I'm in charge of the building. So they really can't afford for me to only work 3-4 days a week. You see what I'm saying? So there's a lot of times where they do have to stretch it out, so I could just be in the building. If not, I end up getting. I get phone calls all day long, from probably 7 o'clock till 10 o'clock. I get them in the middle of the night. Oh, I can't come to work. It's a lot. It's a lot happening. I take it how I could get it. It could be worse. Work while you can. Isn't that what they say? Work while you can. And I don't want to work, but, you know, I got to do what, the grown-ups do. It just is what it is. It is what it is, and it ain't what it ain't. You guys, I don't know if you have one of these. It's a projector. I need to get a much cooler one. But I like, I don't know, I'm real big on visuals. So I like lights and all types of crazy little stuff. I got some beautiful artwork. Like my Gucci picture here. Like all this whole room is like, well, the whole house. This whole part of the YouTube house. Not that part, not the front part, but this part is like Gucci, Prada, just any brand name. That's what this rotates around. But I need to get like little lights to put over the artwork. So when the lights are off, the artwork will be displayed properly so you could enjoy it. I need to get different curtains. I need to do a bunch of different things, but I don't know. I don't know if I want to do all that because I'm telling you, I'm about to move with my daughter. And we've talked about it, talked about it, talked about it. We've already agreed that it's happening. But I want to move with my children and my grandchildren because I think I can help them grow much better that way. I don't want my daughter paying all bills by herself. Yeah, she's a grown up. Yeah, she's whatever. I get it. But I've also lived 3/4 of my life, so I need my daughter to save every last dollar she can till I go to heaven. And then let me go on ahead and save half of mine, and you can have that too. You see what I'm saying? So it's about realizing, I'm getting up there in age. I need to leave something for my children. And whatever you leave, it ain't going to last forever. Regardless how much money they have, it ain't going to last forever. But I need my daughter to be in a certain position. And yeah, I understand I'm not going to heaven tomorrow, but who knows? You know what I'm saying? But my daughter is in a certain position where she becomes the monarch of the family. This one daughter I speak of, she becomes the monarch. So she needs to be financially prepared. And not only that, she has children she has to put through college. You see what I'm saying? She's responsible for all her siblings, all of whoever will be born after I'm gone, all the whatever. As long as she's living, she's the next in line, and I need her to be prepared to the best of her ability to run it and handle situations in life just as I would, without it being a financial burden. Hey, Murda, I'm not a baddie. I'm a granny. I'm a baddie granny. I'm a bad granny. It's just raining so much down here. Oh my God, it rains so much where I'm at too. Oh my gosh. Don't even remind me. Do not even remind me about the rain. I hate rain. Because it doesn't really change our temperature at all. So what is the point of it? It seems hotter after it rains. So I've been trying to think, do I want to dye my hair? Or do I want the grays to keep going? I want to do the gray thing, but the only thing about me is I get impatient. At one point, it was all gray, but see, my hair, okay, my hair is this weird color brown. So when you mix the gray in with it, you see how it looks darker, and it just looks bad. And I don't like that. But the older you get, even though your gray hair is resistant, a little bit more resistant, it's weak in many ways. So it's like, do you want to keep putting chemicals on your hair? Your hair already thins out. It's just a lot of things that happens once you get a certain age. You know what I mean? It's kind of like, do you really want to play with fire? See, I'm an ex-hairdresser, so I already know. You see what I'm saying? And I've been blonde my whole life. So the fact that I'm even this color is weird to me. Not my whole life, but the majority of it. Blonde or a weird color or whatever. And just using that many chemicals alone leads you to hair failure. Once you ruin it, you ruin it. So it's like, do I want to ruin it? Would I rather it be healthy? You see what I'm saying? Like, what do I want to do? What do I want to do? My children hate the gray hair. My one daughter I was just speaking of, every time she sees my gray hair, she's like, no, ma'am. You cannot go with me like that. She's just used to, my children are used to me looking a certain way. Hair always done. Fingernails always done. Always dressed. They're just used to a certain thing. So anything outside of that, they're like, Mom, what are you doing? Mom, are you okay? Mom, are you okay? Are those for perfume in the back? Oh, so let me tell you. I'm a tomboy, but I'm a princess. I'm a girl. I mean, I'm a grown woman. Do not get that twisted. But I'm a girly girl in the same breath. And I like anything that reminds me of my childhood. Who don't? I'm into books. I love to read. I love certain looks. things like this, lightweight, are like, I mean, on a scale of 1 to 10, they have to be displayed right. They could be deemed elegant. They were all different colors at one point, whatever it was. They're meaningless to me, but I just painted them gold to match what I had going on. They were all actually very beautiful colors. Let me see if I can show you one. I'm too lazy to peel the sticker off. I liked them in color better, but I think the color, they were just doing like too much. I was trying to escape color. I didn't want that much color in here. But they're just little bottles with little crystal-like lids. I got them in all different shapes. It reminds me of like a potion or a perfume bottle or something like that. Got them in all different shapes, all different sizes. I have hundreds of these things. I even got these little things where you can like put a spray in it. It'll never get used, but I just got it. And like I said, I painted them. Because it was just, even though they were like, you know, glass, it's see-through. So they weren't that vibrant. They were the colors I needed in here. But I painted them. I don't know. Maybe I should have left them. You never know. But if you display them in a certain way, you know what I mean, you can get whatever look you want. The look was a lot different, like I said, when they were in color. But right now, it's just like a little temporary decor, and, you know, whatever. Because the thing is, my long end goal is I got shorts on too, by the way, so don't think you're getting like crap shots. I wear shorts because I know I'm no lady. I'm no lady. But no, like I said, I know I mean, I'm not gonna move with my daughter today, obviously, my kids today, but I don't want, at this age, you don't keep buying decor and, you know, different sets of furniture and stuff like that. I redid everything in here new because I knew when we moved together, this would be the stuff. I plan on getting a house that's sufficient enough where we'll have different living rooms and stuff like this. So all this stuff will be donated or be for like public use or like a family room or something like that, a game room. The idea is to let them believe that they're seeing something. No. I will get, you can't let YouTube let them think you're seeing anything. No. Let's not draw attention to the little fact you could, no, you don't want nobody, no. Not if you want to keep your channel, and there's, you know what, believe it or not, that's why I have to talk the way I talk. This isn't even the real me. I'm a rougher woman. I spent decades in the streets. Even though I've been employed, I was never unemployed, I was never unhoused, I was never homeless. I too have a story. But sometimes our story and who we are and how we talk and whatever it is too real for TV. So I have to come on here with the YouTube persona. This is the YouTube representative right now. This isn't the real me. This is not the real me. And that's why sometimes when I do commentary, it bothers me, because me talking like this and trying to be, you know, I'm not trying to be nothing I'm not. Don't get that twisted. But you have to be presentable. You see what I'm saying? So oftentimes in me being presentable, I can't deliver my messages as hard as I want to deliver them, that my life gems would make sense. See what I do? I drop gems in my video. Now, not everybody watching my video is my age or got common sense or knows better. So I don't necessarily do the videos for those people. People in my age group like my videos because they get it, they agree. They're like, man, I wouldn't be doing that neither. You know, we already know how life works. We know what to do, what not to do. Some of us have used those things to our advantage, and some of us are still crashing out. But anyways, like I was saying, so it's not so much for the older crowd. I'm glad you guys do support me, and I appreciate every view, but it's for the younger crowd, and that means anybody younger than me. You don't know who, Everybody thinks they're the first to do something, the only one to do something, the last to do something, not to realize that we've all, it's the same game, just different players. So you never know who needs to hear what gem I'm dropping. So the gem might not be for everybody, but it's a gem that everybody could use. There's no lies told. You see what I'm saying? But what bothers me is I can't deliver it the way I want to because I'm using the YouTube persona, so it dulls it down and makes it kind of lame and kind of whatever. My delivery needs a little something that hits you in the heart and make you realize you're doing wrong, living like a savage. I need to give you the real game. Just know when I mentor outside of YouTube, oh, it's a whole different delivery. It's a whole different, there's nothing sugar coated, there's a lot of nasty words. Oh, I got a potty mouth. I cuss a whole lot. So it's different. So on here, this really, but I still do my due diligence as a grown adult. I'm going to say that much. Hey, single. Why do I need to go get a young boy? I already got a younger baby's father. Why do I need to go get a young boy? Well, a young man. Let me rephrase that. Young man. What could a young man do for me? If I wanted a young man, I got a grown son by a young man. I could go get that young man. Baby's dad, if you're watching, I never loved you anyways. I loved them all the same. No, men don't define me. Men don't define me at all. I can have any man I want. I'm not that ugly where I can't get a man to date me. That's never been one of my problems. I've never, now, not saying I haven't had my share of boyfriends. That would be a lie. I've always got to pick from the best of the best or who I wanted. But a man has never defined me. That's why I took the path of life I took, so I didn't have to depend on a man. I'm the type of woman where if I want to lay up with it, I lay up with a man because I want to, not because I have to. So that's a motto I've always lived by. So a man is the least of my worries. Yeah, I never loved him. I ain't gonna lie, I never loved him. Late night, the trap shut down, we had a baby. That's what happened. I don't want to lie to nobody. Just like men go and have babies by people they don't want to, I do too. Real talk. That's not what I would have chose. And it was my worst decision ever. And I suffer for it every day. He takes care of his kid though. I'm not going to lie to you about that. But we have different styles in parenting. He's come from a broken home. I haven't. His broken home was a lot different than my upbringing. And it shows every day. So that causes a lot of conflict. Well, not conflict. I don't want to tell that lie, but it's different. I'm going to say that it's different. Women's doesn't know what they really want. No, I know what I want. I can't speak for other women. I know what I want. They got a good man, but treat him like garbage. That's not true. That's not true. See, so let me explain to you how this works. When we get into relationships, let's just be honest, we're basing things off of visuals, okay? We're basing things off of attraction and things feel good that we're doing to each other. That doesn't necessarily equate with love. That just means you guys are lusting on each other. Things are going well. That doesn't mean that's your life partner. That means that's who you settle to be with. That's most of the time we're not even with who we're meant to be with. When you finally see dating at different ages, you're looking for different things. You see what I'm saying? When I'm young, I'm looking for somebody that can break my back in. Someone that looks good to me, somebody that I want to do things to, Probably when you get about, let's say, mid-40s, early 50s is when people are like, hey, no, You know, what you're looking for when you're 15 is different when you're looking what you're looking for when you're 20. You see what I'm saying? What you're looking for when you're 30 is different than what you were looking for when you're 20. When a man forgets himself, make his woman happy, always treat you like a dog. Well, ain't nobody treat me like a dog. What do you mean, the woman treat you like a dog? That just means you're in the wrong relationship. That's all that means. Don't try to make excuses and go around it. That means you're in the wrong relationship. And no relationship is going to be happy forever. My mother and father, let me tell you something. They slept in separate beds for decades. You know what my father did? He went to heaven with my mother. That's what, well, my mother's still living. But he went to heaven with his wife. That's what he did. And the family he created. That's what he did. This is a different day. Not everybody, you know, there's going to be more bad days than good days. You know, our parents and grandparents, when relationships stayed together, when I was growing up is when divorces just started. You see what I'm saying? We don't even have the mentality to pick the right spouse for the right reason, let alone stay in a relationship. So if you're having all these problems and your woman's treating you like, first of all, when you're together with somebody for so long, you guys aren't going to be treating each other the best anyways. Let's just be honest. That's what you don't know. I never forgot my mom never walked. My dad was everything. Buy a house, send money to my mom. In face, she'd say to my dad, "What did you do for me?" I was shocked when my dad say, "When you buy a casket for a woman, this is at this time, you are good to them." Well, just remember, when you first get into a relationship, it's fun. You guys are attracted to each other. You can't keep your hands off of each other. When you guys start having children, paying bills, or just being together for a certain amount of time and you got all these obstacles hitting you, the dynamic of your relationship changes. That's why people cheat, because they want to go get that fun, fresh, I'm all about you. But, you know, they think the grass is greener, but you go ahead and live a lifetime with them or get some situations with them, and that relationship ain't going to be like it was neither. And this is with every relationship. So, hey, Robert. But I've never been the type of woman where I've based. Now, like I said, don't think I didn't have a lot of little boyfriends or boy toys. That would be a lie. But I was more worried about getting money and being with my children. That's why I chose the streets, so I could get money and be with my children and not need a man, not depend on a man, regardless who I'm dating, whatever I'm doing. Me and my family's good. Me and my children are good. And I was never in the house, never used my body. And I'm not telling anybody to make that decision. But what it comes down to, once again, there's a reality to how life works. I had my first baby at 15. And I can't tell this story enough. Had the baby on purpose. Was with the father for, decades. Well, not decades, but over a decade. And I realized, and he was a good father. Took care of me, the kid, the everything. But I realized, just looking around, I'm like, man, everybody's struggling. Married couples are struggling. Men and women, roommates, everybody's struggling. I'm sitting here looking at their kids, looking at their houses. I'm just looking, because I'm in the streets, I'm around a lot of people, I'm in a lot of people's houses, and I'm just looking. And I'm noticing how the women are living and what the women are having to do to get by and whatever it is. I'm like, that ain't for me. And I'm not saying all the women, but a lot of women do play with you guys just to get what's in your pocket, or, I'm just being honest. Men do to women too. But I'm just not that type of woman. So I'm like, I'd rather go take a whole nother bunch of chances, put myself in different scenarios, and just do me and worry about me and my kids. And that's all I've ever cared about. When you get outside, they call you a cheater. Please explain why when you need love, you women always tired. Because the relationship has changed. That's why. Whatever she has going on in her life, we have stuff going on just like you have stuff going on all day long. Your relationship has changed. Whatever that relationship was when you first started it, it ain't that no more. It's not going to ever be that again. So either that's who you want to, this is what it comes down to. Either that's who you really want to be with, or you don't. That's it. You know, and you're like, oh, that's it. That's the answer. But when you get outside to go get that next relationship, and when it fizzles out like this relationship, don't be surprised. This is what defines us as men and women. Do we run away from our problems and go try to find a quick fix? Oh, let me get this girl. She's gonna love me a long time. I'm gonna love her, or do I just? And I'm just using this scenario, you know, or do we? Is that your one, and you know you're too dumb to see it because the problems you've just been taught? Hey, I'm getting away from this. I don't like this. Well, life is stressful. Good luck. Good luck on you don't like stress. Good luck. Did you have children yet? I'm just trying. You're gonna have stress everywhere in life, and that comes back to there's going to be more bad days than good days. You know what I'm saying? Shake that off. How old are your children? How old are the babies? I wish I got kids with one mother, but with BS. Well, in this day, we don't always have kids by just one person. Like I said, this ain't back in the day. This is a whole new day. It is what it is. And like I tell everybody, chances are whoever you had children by, you ain't going to be with them anyways. This is a different day. We don't have the same values. We don't have the same. But I'm going to tell you now, I don't know who, people make life, we're imperfect people. And people try to portray that life is so perfect in so many ways. But I'm here to tell you it ain't. Life isn't fair. Life isn't fun. It's full of struggle. It's full of heartache. You know, wait till you start burying your parents. Wait till you start burying, you know, God forbid, let me rephrase it, if you have to bury a child, you know, or your spouse gets sick or you get sick. It's just so many things that's going to happen to you along your journey. So stress, you haven't even seen stress yet. Yeah, my first relationship was like 16 years. I totally get it. I totally get it. 14, 16, somewhere like that. But that doesn't mean, okay, 25 years and that wasn't even your one. So now here's the question. Could that have been your one? And you guys were just two both off at the moment to realize that you were each other's one because you're looking at, you know, could the grass be greener somewhere else? And did you guys give up on something that really should have been? Or were you guys really not the one? So it don't even matter how many years you put in. You're going to put in, if you care about somebody, you're going to put some time in. But if you're not putting your time in with the right one, you're just wasting time. Time you ain't going to get back. And sometimes we have to learn it's okay to be lonely. It's okay to be with ourselves. It's okay to love ourselves and work on ourselves. And, you know, sometimes we need to mend and fix ourselves before we can even offer ourselves to someone else. I used to be a good man. I changed and cheated after she cheated. But see, that was a personal choice. Just because she cheated didn't mean you had to cheat. Personal choice. So you weren't mentally there neither. What was it? Eye for an eye? Oh, because you cheat, I'm going to go cheat? What did you guys accomplish? What did you really accomplish? So you can't make it seem like she turned you into something. That was a personal choice. Them are things you did. And you thought that was the answer. What you should have said, okay, you cheated, we're done. I'm going to take some time to myself. If it's 6 months, a year, 10 years, whatever it is, I'm going to power myself up as an individual and do me and worry about me. Half these men and women we meet, they're not meant to come to our house. They're not meant to be around our children. They're not meant to be our parents. They're not meant to... We're meant to meet them at hotels or do cookies or whatever. They're just not meant. We're trying to turn things into something that ain't really nothing. That's because we don't know how to be lonely individuals. And it's not being lonely. But, you know, oh, I'm lonely. I need somebody. I can't sleep at night. That's you thinking you need all that. You only need yourself. Your job in life is to be your biggest fan and power yourself up. Pat yourself on the back. You need to feel like that guy or that woman every day. Nobody should have to make you feel like that. I'm supposed to cheat to understand women. No? 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 Well, women that ain't that far off from men. But no, that's not why you're supposed to cheat. You're not supposed to cheat, period. And just because someone else does something, does that mean you go do it too? Like, was that a payback? Or what was that? All you did was get your area wet. And you went back to your regular life. You see what I'm saying? Cheating did what? What did it do? So sometimes we have to look at the grand scheme of things. We can't look what's right before us, the grand scheme of things. This is my thing. Everybody ages differently. Everybody learns things at different times. I was blessed to learn a lot of things at a very, very young age because of the lifestyle I chose. And I think, well, I'm 100% sure that all that was meant, or I wouldn't be the woman I am now. I wouldn't have the understandings. I wouldn't have the knowledge, the teachings, the common sense that I have now. Some of us get our common sense, like I said, or learn things at different ages, depending on what you've been through, what you've been around, what you've seen. So, yeah, never feel like you're supposed to cheat because of something. No, 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 no. No, wrong answer. Total wrong answer, guys. Total wrong answer. If you cheat, it's because you're weak. Like, say you get cheated on, okay? And you go cheat back, that means that you've allowed that person to control your emotions. You know darn well cheating really ain't going to even help you accomplish anything. You see what I'm saying? You're cheating just for the physical feeling. You're not accomplishing anything. You're not doing anything. As men, women are meant to be emotional. We're too emotional. But as men, you can't let anybody control your emotions. Not your children. Some men might need to hear this right now. Not your children, not your wife, not your parents. When you come to a certain point in manhood, you can't let those things control you, because if that's the case, how will you be able to take care of your family if you're letting these things break you? What real men have to do, just like some of us real women, we have to go to work regardless what trial we have going on in our life, with tribulation, whatever. You know, as much as we're hurting and we're in pain and we can have the worst things going on, that we still have to get up and make it happen. You can't let your emotions control you. You cannot. You can't. You can't. No matter how bad it hurts, what's the scenario. And as a man, you have to be a little bit different, because you're still, at the end of the day, all that, I'm all for, women's rights and all that other stuff, but there's something different expected out of a man. A man's supposed to, the world expects a man to hold things down regardless of what's going on. That's what defines you as a man. And now if I got to be that man in our relationship, I don't need you. If I'm the stronger of us two, I don't need you. It'll never work. One thing about a man, sorry, I'm smoking. I don't like to smoke online, because you never know when some young adult is watching. And you're not going to learn that from me. Even though you're not going to get the visual. If you pick up that habit, you pick up that habit on your own, not because I taught you. And women, this is another thing, and I try to tell my daughter all the time. But she's like everybody else. She wants to be loved. We're humans. We want to be loved. We want to be cared about. We want to have a spouse. We want to have XES. We want to do certain things. And like I tell her, you came into this world by yourself. You're going to leave this world by yourself. The only one that really matters, that will never leave your side or you have obligation to, is the ones you burn. Focus on you and the ones you birth. Everything outside of that means absolutely nothing. Unless you have a husband or you see what I'm saying. Outside of that, yeah. Hit him and quit him. Love him and let him go. Don't even love him. Love him all the same. It ain't never that serious. Everybody ain't gonna be your man. Everybody ain't gonna be your future husband. Everybody ain't gonna be the next best thing. You see what I'm saying? Just like you men, vice versa. Women, you guys can think you have the baddest roster, the baddest this, the baddest that. What does that really mean? You just got a bunch of busted open activity. Out of all of them, how many are really meant for you? You see what I'm saying? In real life, how many of them are really down for you? How many are they just there for what you can offer them, what you can do, what you can buy, where you can take them, what type of goofy you are? You got to learn to figure out the difference. Men, you can't love them all. Women, you cannot love them all. Real talk. Just don't waste you. Just like the expression tender D. Don't be a tender D. Women, don't be that person. I got this friend. Well, I don't want to say she's a friend because I don't hang with women. Associate. Every person she has laid, she has had. I want to say the majority. Majority of men she has laid with, she has had children with. What, they all get a baby? 2, 3? I understand, because it's a different day, it's a different world. When you get into 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10 baby daddies, that's too much for me. That's too much for me. We make mistakes. We do dumb stuff, but don't continue to do dumb stuff. Hey, Monty. Yeah, they don't like when I talk like that. They don't, nobody wants to hear them truths. But boy, if I was on here crashing out, acting crazy, doing whatever, that would be a big interest, huh? The best thing we can do sometimes is just focus on us. Be your own biggest hero. Don't expect anybody to make you feel that way. If you need that, it means because you're not sure of yourself. We need to wake up every morning knowing who we are and what we have to bring. And if we don't have enough to bring, we need to go tighten up so we can bring a little bit more. So we have to learn to be happy with who we are. And also walk into it with the understanding that we are imperfect people and it's okay. Not everybody is meant to be a brain surgeon. Not everybody's meant to work at Walmart. It takes all of us, to make this whole world work every single day. Hey, Just Living. How are you? Yeah, so sometimes we just have to look at the tiny things. We're so busy looking. Life is so simple. It's like a highway, okay? The highway just goes straight. And on the highway, you got little roads that veer off. We're going to call those little roads having children, relationships, jobs, kids, life, car breaks down. These are all situations, okay? The goal in life is for you to go forward, right? Pay attention. Go forward. Keep going down the highway. But you're like, oh, my car broke down. Oh, let me stop over here. Oh, this happened. Oh, let me see. We're getting distracted. We're getting distracted from our purpose, what we're supposed to be doing, because we're so busy turning off and looking. That's like a horse, okay? You ever see that thing over the horse's eyes? It's called a blinder. I'm a farm girl. I know these things. It's called a blinder. You know why the horse has that on? To keep the horse's eyes straight ahead. Because if the horse veers off and looks or catches something out of the corner of its eyes, what's going to happen? For one, you can spook the horse. For two, you're going to distract the horse. The horse might not do what it's supposed to do because now it's focused on whatever. Sometimes we might need to borrow those things from the horses, put it on our eyes, and just look straight ahead and don't turn back. The only time you're turning off the road is for your children, your mother, your grandmother, your immediate family. Other than that, keep going straight. We got to learn how to do that. We have to learn to go forward without looking back. Don't worry about what's going on around us. Don't if it does not directly involve us, do not worry about it. And then sometimes you have to ask yourself, okay, this stuff I'm involved in, should I even be involved in this? Should this even be something I'm dealing with at this point in my life? What am I doing here? Sometimes we are our own worst enemies. We create our own problems through bad decisions, bad whatever, bad. We do that. So that's why I say don't be afraid to be by yourself. For a little amount of time, figure yourself out and figure out why you're working against yourself. You see what I'm saying? We're meant to win in life. We're meant to grow. We're meant to do better. You start out young, goofy, making mistakes. We all do that. But you have to elevate through life, you know. I'm in my black community, but I'm in all communities when it comes to mentoring. But I spend most of the time in my black community. And what I tell the children all the time, everybody around you is living paycheck to paycheck. Why do you want to do that? I don't care if all these neighbors have jobs. They're still struggling. Why don't you want to come home to the big house? Why don't you want to be rich? I mean, every time you go somewhere, there shouldn't always, and once again, I'm a biracial woman, but I'm just speaking of. Every time you walk into a room and there's a person of importance, it deserves to be you. It doesn't have to be other races. And I'm not saying we're here to do a takeover or nothing like that, but we all deserve to win. Not one race should win more than the other. You see what I'm saying? But back to my black community, for some reason we seem to accept. It's like we're afraid to challenge. We're afraid to be better. We're just going by what we've seen. F what you seen. Go win. F what you seen. What's that mean? So because everybody else lived paycheck to paycheck, that's what you got to do? Because your uncles and dad was in the street, that's what you got to do? We can only use our life stories, our traumas, our situations. That only works till you're 18. Once you're 18, you're in full self-accountability of yourself. Whatever your life is going to be, whatever you're going to make it, it's what you're going to make it, not nobody else. So you sit there and play the blame game the rest of your life. Oh, it's my fault. Oh, I went and had kids and I ruined my life. Them are all you decisions. You ain't the first to do it, the last to do it. Go win in life. Have some self-accountability. Quit making excuses. Don't be afraid to be the best of the best. White, black, pink, or purple. You ain't got to be afraid. There's no reason to be afraid. Win. Who don't want to win? Why are we now, not even as a black race, as a race in general, why are more of us not willing to go out there to try to win? You're never too old to try to be great. You're never too old to try to accomplish something. You're just never... There's no excuses. We are our only excuses. We keep making excuses, but we are our only excuses. We. Not no one else. We. Just saying. Dang, I can't even smoke a cigarette right. My little cigarette keeps going out. Yeah, sometimes we got to think about that. We're our own worst enemy. We're our own excuses. We just are. It is what it is. The blame game. I'm sick of it. I'm going to give you an example. I had a baby at 15, right? I've already said this once. And for the longest, I used to blame my mother. Oh, it's my mother's fault that I didn't get to do this. It's my mother's fault I didn't get to do that. I didn't have somebody that watched my baby while I did whatever. In all reality, that wasn't my mother's job to watch or raise that baby. That was my job. So that was my choice to go and have that baby. So whatever problems came before me, whatever it was, that was up to me to fix. I wasn't the first woman to have a baby at the young age. Heck, back in the day, they was popping them at 11 or 12 when our grandparents was living. You see what I'm saying? I was not the first to do any of that. So the fact that, just like someone else might say, oh, I was raped when I was little. That's what I'm saying. We all come from some story, some trials, some tribulations, some hardships, some traumas. But how long can we hold on to those before we say, hey, you know what? That did happen. That's screwed up. But that's not going to define me. It's up from here. I want better for myself. It's up from here. You see what I'm saying? Yeah, that's sad. It hurts me. It bothers me every day. I've done things I can't change, whatever it is. But it's up from here. But no, we refuse to do that. Oh, oh, this has happened to me. That blah. Oh, my mom, my dad, blah 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 blah. No, you just didn't want to win. The reality is you didn't want to win, and you used every excuse in the book not to win. All right, listen, y'all. I got to get off here. I just came on here real quick to say hey, see if Miss Ann will come on here, but I have 1,000 things I got to do. I'm homeschooling other people's children. It's the end of the year. I'm trying to push them through. I got to go to work. I got my own children. I got my own life. I got paperwork to do for the job. I got a lot of things I got to do. A lot of bills I got to pay. You name it, I got to do it. So let me, and I don't think I got to be working one. So let me get off here. Do me. I got to do what I got to do to be a grown woman. I love you guys. May you have the best day ever. Happy freaking Tuesday. May you have the best week ever. May you guys have a adventurous weekend. Please like, hype, and subscribe to my video. I love you guys. Sorry for the lagging. I'm obviously on the wrong internet. I love you guys. Screenshot. Who's your favorite granny? I'm your favorite granny. No, I'm teasing. I love you guys. Have a good day. Stay great, you guys. Stay great. I